understand what your problem is. I've done everything for you. I've given you everything you've ever needed to be as powerful as you want to be. I've showed you off to my friends. I wasn't embarrassed. I mean, look at you. I should be embarrassed. Don't understand. I give you all the air you can breathe, all the fuel you could burn. I keep throwing all these new parts at you, hoping that you love me. Why won't you love me back? Every time we go play, you gotta give me a bunch of lip and break. I mean, was the money shift really that bad? Was it? No. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. No. We'll work it out together. Don't you worry. I'm gonna get you all fixed up. Yeah. You want me to talk dirty to you? But they're watching. Okay. I'll give you the high octane next time. What do you think about that? Oh, you like that, don't you? Yeah. Slap it a little bit. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit you in the face. My bad. Ooh, welcome. Let me get my mustache fixed here. Welcome back to Monkey Wrench, and I'm your host here, Monkey Mike. How's it going, everybody? Hope you're doing well on this pre-New Year's Eve. It's just another day. But, as the title of the video says, our Turbo Miata has some major problems. She is hurting for squirting, and it's way worse than I had anticipated. So I came over here to install the adjustable wastegate actuator, and you can see everything went good. I had to bend the bracket back just a little bit, the difference in how everything mounted, and I was able to turn it and put it back in the regular holes. And I figured, all right, let's move on to spark plugs. So I pulled out the old spark plugs. As you can see there, gap to 40, which is way too much for the stock 1.6 ignition, which is one of the weakest the Miata has to offer. It also runs a waste spark system, so it's running one coil pack per 2 cylinders, and it just fires one when it doesn't need it, right? Ugh. We're gonna convert to a coil on plug before too terribly long. That's, that's just something I'm gonna do no matter what. It's gonna give us better, stronger spark. We can run a bigger gap, and well, these are trash. Why not just like go to LS coil packs or something? So I'm in the middle of doing that, and the spark plugs that I did change to, here's one of the new ones. Let me pop this open for you real quick. So I went with what Flying Miata suggested for their turbo cars, which was the R5671A-7. The heat range on this is much different. These ones that I was running are 11s, and you're going to be able to see how the insulation is much greater. You got all that sticking out right there, none of it sticking out on the new one. And then I also ran a 25 gap, which is what usually most of these plugs come from in the factory. Usually between 20 and 25 when you pull them out of the box. I can see it was lean. I can see it was blowing out. So one of the issues when you upgrade to turbo, when you didn't have turbo before and you're running NA with a fairly large gap, because I did have the timing advanced to 14 versus 10, and that's the base timing. So you hold it at 2000 RPM and you check to see what the timing says, and you can adjust the cam angle sensor back there. You can give, pretty much every NA Miata that runs, naturally aspirated, not just the body here, but even the 1.6 and 1.8 guys, a lot of us will like to bump the base timing up to 14. It just gives it a little bit more aggressive timing map, and then, we can go in and program it and change it and do all that. But before you go in and, before you have a standalone ECU, running on the stock ECU, bumping up to 14 can give you a couple extra ponies. It feels a lot more aggressive, just a lot more bite. And with that, you can run a slightly larger gap. Well, with a turbo application, as you can see, we were running very lean. Anytime that I hit any type of boost, like real boost, and with as much as we were running. Now, that leads me to something else that I found. Where is that diaphragm at? This diaphragm here is the one that I had cut out of there. All right, so I found it. You see right there? That's a pinhole. That tiny little deal. There it is. See it? Yep. So the issue is when those diaphragms leak like that, they actually will let pressure escape versus building the pressure, and the actuator rod won't move as it's supposed to, therefore allowing boost creep to occur. And that explains why we were seeing such a high amount of boost. Oops. Now, something else that happened that really sucks is the turbo itself, all the bolts that are going on right here, all of these are loose. Let's see if I can get my hand back here. Oh, I can't get that one, but this one here, you know, that's loose. This one here is loose, this one here. It seems that this bolt here is the only one that's not loose. And then you can also see it got so hot right there. Apparently that gasket they sent was such junk, it got hot and warped and just pushed itself out. So basically, we were making that much boost at that low of an RPM, which to me, that was low, you know, around four or 5 grand. We're making 16 PSI out of a turbo that was getting so hot that it warped its own gasket. All the bolts are loose, it had exhaust leak from there. And get this one. You see right down in there? You see how that looks like a fluid leak? It's because it is a fluid leak, and it's coming from right there. So when I told you guys I thought I was having clutch pressure issues, I did. I was. So the clutch master is also leaking, which, you know, that's fine. We're needing to drain that anyways, because this guy needs to go in to delete that soft hose over there. But now I need to put those in. I'm gonna have to put in a whole new master. And if you're smart, you know that they run different pressures when you want to have your clutch and your slave match when you put them in so they can break in together. So they're running the same pressure together. Because an older slave, the piston seals may be used to the pressure that's coming out of that master right there. And if you put one in there that's got more pressure, it could actually start blowing stuff out, cause more problems. So it's just smarter to let everything break in together. Just so happens that Exetti has a fairly cheap Miata kit to do the master and the slave, and I was going to be pulling all that hydraulic fluid out of there anyways, so that we could do that because that's at the bottom of the line next to the slave. So, which there's a leak there too. So, yeah, that's going to be what we're going to be tackling here in the next week or so. Is I gotta apparently pull the turbo off. I know these here don't leak. I was testing that gasket. I don't know if you guys remember that gasket. That was the one that came with the actual manifold. Junk, don't use it. These here, I believe, are stainless, and they do work a whole lot better. I used them on Leroy. I've never had those kind leak before. And if they do, then we'll, I don't know, order an expensive one from, you know, like a high-end car, so like some OEM crap or something like that. Man, that was not the video I thought I was making today, guys. I was really hoping to show you that I installed the new wheel, I installed the new hub. I wanted to compare them and show you that, you know, it doesn't wiggle anymore, and take you out for a drive. And I was supposed to go out for a drive on this really cool road that I want to show you guys. I was supposed to go there with my brother today, and I went outside and it was really cold, and I was like, oh, never mind, I don't have a heater in here right now. I don't have any type of stuff like that, and I'm still kind of sick. I got a lot of like goo coming out of my nose and crap, so it just wasn't a smart idea to go out. I thought it was going to be a little warmer today. Forecast a couple days ago said it was supposed to be like 60. It's not 60. It was like 40 was the max, and I don't know. I don't like the cold. I moved to Arizona for the shade, man. So yeah, I'm hiding inside, and we're just going to keep plugging away, I guess, on these guys. But man, it's probably going to be about a week or so before I can afford to buy the new clutch and slave. So as far as that's concerned, the Miata is down. I mean, down, and I'll get it up on the ramps and start pulling that stuff out. Race car life, guys. This is what happens when you push your stuff. Just get a break. You're gonna have to fix it. Especially when you use cheap crap. You gotta figure out what cheap stuff is gonna work best and what cheap stuff don't work. Weed it out, let your friends know, and then move on from there. Alright guys, that's today's video. Hope y'all doing well. As you can hear, I can definitely talk better. You know, hope y'all enjoyed the RV video. Part 2 will be out soon. I just wanted to give you guys a little suspense and make you wait a bit. Plus, this just happened. You know, I'm just like, man, come on. Come on. Maybe we'll dick around with this a little bit more. Thanks, guys. Peace.